Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, the Sane Society. I'm your man, Youngblood. I call myself Youngblood because the brothers want to call me old school. I say, I'm not ready for no old school. I'm a Youngblood. Nevertheless, I'm here to share my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding with you all who wants it. Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. When I'm turning up 2 o'clock in the morning because I go over my day, see things I've done, things I could have done better. And one thing came up I need to address, and it's going to help you all. I was uh, I was actually overhearing the conversation in my community with this black man, about my age, a little older. And he said, and that's why I got this chart up here. People who identify with the slave trade and people who do not. People who are indifferent. And then you got people who totally against it. And the people who identify with it or who are indifferent to it, you find they're the ones who didn't have any part to do with it. The ones who admitting it, yeah, you must have something to do with it. If you admit it existed, we'll think about that and see if that's true or not. Rotate on that idea. Because on the same side, people like US, they denied it even happened. And Argentina and Israel, they say definitely no. And people like Great Britain and France, they're not going to participate. Okay, so the ones who don't participate are the ones who don't want to pay out no reparations. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Those who abstain are the ones who should be paying reparations. Let me look at that idea, investigate that some. Now, since you've hung on for a few minutes, let me talk about the idea that I called for, the reason why I'm here. This brother, I call him brother because he's a black man by my age. He was saying that he's not going to live anywhere where people don't like him. He's a bitter old man. I know he's been through a lot of discrimination and hatred, and what we go through in America. So he's letting those attitudes make him want to leave his country of birth to live in a foreign country because white folks don't like him. That's what he really was saying. That is the stupidest thing I ever heard. So I'm gonna address that because it need to be addressed. This man is still a little boy. He hasn't learned how to. He has not learned how to control his own mind. Grow up, man. What people do and think not liking you, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's their problem. I mean, why? And I'm doing some uh, thought streaming here, meaning as the thoughts come up, I'm going to address them. Uh, about 30, 40 years ago, I was doing some business with this white woman, and I use these terms because you're familiar with them. But there's no white people, there's no black people because it says man is made in the image and likeness of God. You can't tell me what color God is. Why you calling people colors? Okay, so this woman told me, white woman, when I was a young man, that I need to get out of America. I'm trying to think what we was talking about, but we was doing business. But in her mind, this the worst place for a black person to be was America. I had already traveled around the world at that time, and this is my homeland. I don't know what you're talking about. Now you need to go back to where you came from because you have a culture and you have a people and a tradition outside of America. Everyone who've immigrated here has another culture. We, melanated people, so-called black people, we don't know nothing about Africa. We don't. This is our homeland. We're the indigenous people here. And if you are so weak-minded, you're gonna let somebody chase you out of your homeland. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know what to say to you. I mean, you built the country with your labor. Matter of fact, you built up Europe. You civilized the world because at one time you was on top. You was on top of the world. You was leading this world until 1492. You didn't. They don't tell you that, right? That's why they don't teach the history. History starts at 1492 when you lost your position and your power, or you fell. But before then, man, you was a kingfish. You was enslaving people. Not that that's a good thing to do, but that's just the history. They don't talk about that history. So if I were to say anything to him, I would say, look, man, learn your history, learn who you are. And the only way you can be upset by somebody not liking you is you don't like yourself either. Because if you like you, you love yourself, you don't give a care about what other people think about you. I mean, why is that so important to you? Somebody liking you. That's it. That's why I call this channel the Sane Society because we address issues that to me are insane. This man has lost his mind, and that's a lot of people in that category. They're running off to Africa, South America, Europe because they feel discriminated against in America. Okay, you jump out the pot into the frying pan, if you know what I mean. I mean, this country, what you made it. You made it this. You can make it what you want to make it. If you just come together as a people and come together, this all you got to do, brother. If you so upset with what people think about you, come together as a people, unite your people, send your representative to the state and to the Congress, and have them change the laws. I mean, that's what Democratic Republic is. But if you don't want to unite, you don't want to come together as a people, as a community, and make a change, yeah, run your run your scanny butt. I don't even want you around me if you think like that. Because you don't have no self love. You can't care about anybody else. So, yeah, maybe it's best you leave and go to Africa somewhere and really get a wake up call. Yeah, I lived in Africa. I wouldn't live there. I visited Africa, say it like that. I wouldn't live there. Nowhere. And nobody's gonna make me chase me out this country. No, they'll be chased out, but I ain't leaving. This a disgrace to your ancestors, the ones who was uh, prisoners of war for all these years, and all the suffering they went through, and you're gonna just let that blood be shed in vain? Man, you're a sorry individual. Yeah, that's a sorry person. That's a person who don't want to be responsible in his community. He just automatically people. Respect is earned. That's what he's saying. He don't feel respected. Well, you got to earn the respect. You got to earn it. I don't have no problem with nobody. People who are indifferent to me, I'm indifferent to them. I mean, I don't go out my way trying to make people like me, black or white. I don't care who they are. I reach out to you if I show love to you. If you don't return it, that's on you. Because I'm gonna be happy regardless of your actions towards me. That's your freedom. You free to hate, do whatever you want to do. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So I just did a video about this podcast. Rather, I just did a podcast about this United Nations vote. So I'm not going to talk about that too much. You can go back and listen to that one. But it's an insane. This is a sane society, and I'm telling you that all these stuff they're doing is insane. We ain't got nothing to do with. We own slaves. So you can say we was part of this human trafficking. But there wasn't black slaves, there's white slaves. You see how they done changed the narrative? I talk about that in some other videos. But you got to use common sense, people. You got to just think right. How can somebody come from another country, come here, and do what we did here, foreigners? Who was the people here before us? If you can show them to me, there was no people before us. Everybody came after us. They called us Indians, they called us everything but who we are. We're indigenous people to the land. Legal name is Moors or Moors. That's the legal name in law. But they make sure you didn't get that history because they want to make you their creation. They want to give you a what you call a brand. That's all black, colored, Negro, all those are brands that you belong to them with that name. As long as you calling yourself out of your name, out of your nationality, you are property because you're going in somebody else's name. You didn't name yourself black, colored, Negro, African American. You didn't name yourself that. So if you don't have enough sense to know who you are, yeah, you're not going to be respected because you don't respect yourself. Well, there's a lot to be said on that. But I just had to address that idea because, man, you old enough, you should know better. People attitudes, what they got to do with you? You want people to love you? That's insane. Love yourself and your family. That's why you have families, so you have your own little love nest. You don't need everybody around you to love you. But if you think like that, maybe you need to leave. I don't want you around me if you're thinking like that. Because I may just be indifferent to you, depending on how you carry yourself. If you don't carry yourself the way I see as somebody who's self-respecting, if I see you don't respect yourself, I'm not going to get upset with you. That's your freedom to be ignorant. I'm just going to be indifferent to you. I reach out to women who respect themselves, who men who respect themselves. If you decently dress, respectfully dress, carrying yourself in a respectful manner, yeah, I want to know who you are. My community. I'm not doing this to everybody, just people in my community. But if you not have those standards, I don't hate you. You just you just I'm just indifferent to you because there's nothing we have in common. Hope y'all appreciate my lectures on humanity that I do here. But it's love I do that's out of love for my tribe, my community, because we need help. This has been the Sane Society signing out for now. Hey, oh, somebody in the chat. Excuse me, I've been ignoring y'all. I, okay, I'm getting out of here.